I'm a real estate agent, and I had some clients who were thinking about moving to Asheville. Okay. And then they came down to Brevard and they're like, oh, this is more our speed. This is totally more our speed. Yeah. And they ended up choosing Brevard, so we're here checking it out to see why. They close on their home tomorrow, so we're here doing a final walkthrough and we're gonna get the keys. That was an emergency vehicle that was towing some tables and chairs. Yeah, this is a lot of action for probably Brevard. We don't really get this much action in Asheville. Probably not true, I just don't see it. It's just a bigger place. Asheville's big. Asheville has 100,000 people in the city limits. Brevard has 7,800 people in the city limits. Okay, so if you check out the map to see where we are about 45 minutes southwest of Asheville. That's about 30 minutes to the airport. So if that's important to you, it's about equal distance from Asheville to the airport. Holy macaroni, they are excited about Christmas, but they don't have everything blown up. You gotta blow it up. Maybe they're waiting for the darkness. What's great about Brevard is that it is close to everything that Asheville likes to visit. So when we think about DuPont National Forest or Pisgah National Park, it's like right in the back door, right out the back door of Brevard. I mean, you can just access the hiking trails to these world-renowned parks 2 to 3 minutes away from your home, pretty much, if you live close to home. I mean, close to downtown. So that's really cool. I mean, it is an outdoor lover's paradise. Land of the waterfalls. There's tons of waterfalls, like it's close to Sliding Rock. Brevard covers about 5.3 square miles or something like that. So it's really not big. But there's so many things here considering the size of it. There's one big school district, but there's private schools. There's also a charter school. There's a county school district as well. We are in Transylvania County, so this is not Buncombe County. This is Transylvania County to the south. On a rainy day in Brevard. Here we go. Okay, so here we are inside of our first home, and this comes in at $689,000, and it's really cool because it was built in 1977. It's about 1,800 square feet on the main level, and there's lots of like light brightness. But here's the deal. The person who lived here before hadn't really touched it since the 70s, which for some people is, hey, not so great. For other people, there's little hidden gems throughout, like wallpaper that has been popular in the 70s that has gone out of style and now is back in style. So if you like mid-century modern touches, or say you're coming from a place like California who likes siding and trim that may be darker wood, this could be really cool. So if it were me, I would open up this back wall and create some big windows right there. And then this is my favorite room. Look at these tall vaulted ceilings with the beams, and look at the windows up here. We have a wood burning stone fireplace that obviously was handcrafted, handmade. I can imagine sitting here on this sofa, reading a book in front of this fireplace for hours and hours until someone's like, hey, Mom, you gotta do something. I'm like, wait, give me a minute. So here's something else about this home, is there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of different ways you can take something old and untouched and make it into something really cool and modernized. And here's another thing. This home sits on 1.3 acres. So right now you can kind of see your neighbors, but in the summertime, you're not gonna be able to see your neighbors. It's gonna be completely private. Get this, 1.3 acres, complete privacy, maybe 60 seconds from downtown Brevard. Let's see if we can find some other things that ring true to the 70s vibe. I always enjoy this. We have some plush carpet. I really like how the windows are from the top to the bottom. Let's look at the bathroom. Here we go. I love this kind of sink. It's so cool. So for most people, they would probably not keep it. For me, I would find a way to like work it into the renovations. Okay, so here's the primary bedroom with a closet on the right. And here you have another one of those things. Ah, this is something you don't see every single day. Here's another water closet with a bathtub here. And then it also has a sink in this room. So you have double. That's great for couples. And then here we have another bedroom. So it has 3 bedrooms, I think 2 or 3 baths. They're using this as an office. I love how tall the ceilings are. It really adds the spaciousness to the place. And then another thing that's really interesting about this home is that underneath it, there's a full 1,800 square feet of unfinished basement. So that means that if you were to finish it out downstairs, there's even an exit out there that you could use it for extra living space. You could use it probably to rent out. I'm not sure the rules or restrictions of this neighborhood. They're like as big as you see it up here. There's equally as much space down below with high enough ceilings to totally finish it out, with entrances from inside the house and outside the house on 1.3 acres. Heck yeah, Brevard. Okay, now that we've seen the first house, it's nap time. That's all the work I can do today. Okay, we're gonna head downtown to Brevard now and see what's happening, especially because the rain let up for a little bit. Look, there's another one. That's crazy. It's like really true. I mean, they said, like, I Googled it this morning. They were like, if you see a white squirrel, the chances are 1 in 100,000. And we just saw 2 in 1 block. Okay. So that was really cool that we just ran into John, because he is the guy that is the ambassador of music in Brevard, as far as I know. And he's been in bands, and he runs the White Squirrel Music Festival, I'm sure with some other people as well, and just knows a lot about the arts, and it was a really interesting conversation. Yeah. So do I know a little bit of the history of Brevard?
Yeah, so in 2001, I think it was, 2001, Akusta, which was formerly Olin Corporation, was our largest employers, paper mill.
Okay.
They made the very thin Bible cigarette paper here, and they shut down. Number of factors. DuPont, who was our other largest employer, a lot of DuPont State Forest, DuPont plant also shut its doors the following year. So we had, I don't know the percentage, but a lot of our population was out of work, and it was a pretty dark time. So my band, Jupiter Coyote, was still touring at the time, and we went to the mayor, then Jimmy Harris, and said, hey, we want to do something for the community. Can we do a free concert on Main Street? Mm-hmm. And so we brought in a flatbed trailer and pieced this thing together, and we did a free concert. And the Heart of Brevard, our downtown association, said, this is great, we want to do it again. And I was thinking at that moment as well, we had played all these cool festivals all over the country in the streets, so we need to do one here. Yeah. So it was very synchronous, you know.
Awesome. And that's the White Squirrel Festival.
That was the White Squirrel Festival. You know, I listened to why to move to Asheville or why not to move to Asheville thing, and you know, I appreciate your candor about it. You know, a lot of people come to Brevard because they like being able to access Asheville or Greenville or Hendersonville even, but it's a little more slower paced.
That's exactly what our video is about today.
Yeah.
So it seems like Brevard is kind of a mini Asheville in the sense where it appreciates arts and music. And from talking with John, I did not realize how many famous musicians either have second homes or main properties here. A totally different vibe, and right now we are headed to Main Street, and we're going to get out and walk around a little bit. It's kind of a rainy day, but hey, we're tough. Okay, so we are on Main Street right now. There's not going to be a ton of people out here because it is just sprinkling a little bit. I don't have my umbrella up because I'm super tough. So in Brevard, there's things to do. I mean, it's not like it's just like a sleepy little town. Across the street, we have the Brevard Brewing Company. So maybe there's not as many breweries as there are in Asheville. This is really cool behind you. The Earth Mountain Bicycle Shop. Look what they've done here. They've like crocheted a bicycle. I love that. And then here's Moose Tracks. This used to be my client. Back in the day, I used to work in the outdoor industry. So this used to be one of my accounts. I worked for a company called Teva. People call them Tevas. They make sports sandals. But this was one of my accounts, D.D. Bullwinkle's. There used to be a soda fountain attached to here. I don't know if they still have it open. Good, how are you? Do you still have that soda fountain thing? Or was that next door?
That was at our other store.
Oh.
Just closed this.
Oh, they closed the soda fountain?
Yes, ma'am.
Dang it. The downtown has a really nice feeling. It's small. It feels local. It's not as touristy as our downtown in Asheville, but there's still stuff here. John said to check out the Brevard Music Center as well, so we should head down there too. I wonder what this building is right here. Brevard College is that way. There's the library. This is the world's largest Christmas tree. What? Look how big that is. What is this? Oh, look. Okay, so this is the first Transylvania County Courthouse built in 1866, and it was completed in 1881, and then it expanded and added the new jail in 1920. Okay, well, look, they even have disc golf downtown. Now, do they really? I don't know. I think it's just a toy store. But here's the deal. We are living in Asheville, but we explore all Western North Carolina. And if you're thinking about moving here, then contact us with any of the different ways down below, and we'd be glad to help. Okay, so let's go down this alleyway, and there's some lights down here, and it says Downtown Chocolates, so that's probably where I was meant to be. If you want to learn more about Western North Carolina, then hit the subscribe button, click the little bell, that way you'll be alerted every time we make new videos. Let's go and check out this chocolate. I was recently helping this couple move to Asheville, and after looking at home after home after home in Asheville in different areas, they decided we don't really like Asheville, and they chose to buy a home in Brevard instead. Why? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. Okay, so for research and purposes therein, we're going to go check out another home before we go to the walkthrough, just so we can see what Brevard has to offer. So here is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house at almost 1,400 square feet for $479. It looks super cute from the outside. Let's go check it out inside. We have to open the lockbox, which can sometimes be a little tricky, but we got it. This is my life, like fiddling with keys and light switches. Got it. Nope. Okay. Oh, maybe it's the wrong one. Maybe it's this one. Okay, I got that unlocked. Now let's go back up here. Ah, okay. Woo! Cool. Okay, so here we are. They have done a wonderful job. I absolutely love the colors here. They have LVP, luxury vinyl plank flooring, which is really durable, waterproof, life-proof. They have a gas fireplace here. They're probably just hooking it up. No one's ever lived in this home before. I love what they've done. And, okay, check out the kitchen. Big, open, granite countertops, but it's that new kind of finish with granite that is a little bit rougher on top that you see in the high-end homes. But this is quite affordable. Like, this is high quality and still in the 400s. Gas range here. Let's check out some of the bedrooms. We have high ceilings. I love this transom window. And then in the bathroom, you're gonna have to think about that angle. Okay, so, and then here's the bathroom. Beautiful tile colors, really nice vanity, and then a shower with a seat. Heck yeah, that's convenient. And when we look out through, this dining room area into the backyard, this home is only on 0.2 acres, but guess what? It feels pretty dang private and low maintenance too. Still raining today. And when I was out here a minute ago, I saw another white squirrel, and I think I scared it away. So what's kind of funny is that recently I was driving around with a client in Asheville and we were looking at different homes, and all of a sudden I saw a white squirrel. And in Asheville, you don't see a lot of white squirrels. So I was like, oh my gosh, what does it mean? What does it mean? And we Googled it, and that's how I know, you know, the chances of seeing a white squirrel. And we're like, it's a sign. Anyway, he ended up buying a Black Mountain, but now he's gonna see this and be like, there's white squirrels everywhere. I didn't know that. You have another beautiful bathroom here. Oh, I love how they did the tile vertically here. That's awesome, really modern touch. This is gorgeous. So you have a bedroom in the front, which would, for me, probably be an office, nice big closets. And then there's another bedroom. Here's the third bedroom right over here. Voila. And you keep in mind, like right now you can see the house next door, but come summertime, you won't see much of anything. So if you think about what we looked at recently in Fountain Park and Asheville, and you think about the big mega builders that we were looking at, which mass produce homes, you can see you can get some affordability there, but this is a high-end builder. You can just tell. I mean, you can tell that the finishings are all high-end. You can tell that the craftsmanship has been well thought out, and it's a little bit less expensive overall, probably due to the proximity of where it is in Western North Carolina. But you're still close to like a little mini Asheville in Brevard, with all the shops in the downtown area, but without all the hustle and the bustle that you get with Asheville. I can see the allure of just taking the energy level down a notch when coming to somewhere like Brevard that is surrounded with nature and has a tiny main street instead of a larger touristy downtown. Okay, y'all, we're losing light. We're losing light. We got to get you the walkthrough so we can still see it. So if you bought a house like this that was new construction, would you even need a walkthrough? Do we need someone to go through at the very end, or do you need an inspection even? Yes, you. And because even new construction sometimes, they can cut corners, you never know. So this is what John was talking about. This is the Brevard Music Center. And all around here, there's cabins up in the hills. So it looks like people can come and stay and then listen to a concert or music performance of some sort in this really cool covered but open theater. Absolutely magical. I bet there's been some fabulous, wonderful good times had here. And I really think this big fan is incredible, and I think that's the name of the manufacturer. Okay, so here we are headed to the final walkthrough to make sure everything's still as is as when we made the offer, and that, you know, there's no furnishings left, or maybe there are. In this particular situation, we said you can leave things that you want to leave because the people are moving from another area and they have a smaller house right now, and the people who lived in the house right now have moved out of the area, and so it might be easier on all parties to leave some belongings. So yeah, we're just gonna go check it out and make sure everything is still good to go for closing tomorrow. Okay, so here's the house, let's go. Okay, we have our final walkthrough checklist, and we are gonna go make sure that we are good to close for tomorrow on this really cute house. I'm so excited for them. When we thought about all the needs that they wanted and needed, this just checks almost all the boxes, which is what we go for. And then wait till the end, because there's something that's wonderful about this place. Okay, and ooh, I smell something. Okay, but bear with me because we're gonna figure out what is that smell that I smell. One of my favorite things about this place is there's a fireplace. Okay, so as we're walking through, we're just gonna make sure everything's pretty clean, everything still looks good. Looks like they have an electric fireplace here that they did leave, so anything that is a fixture that is already attached to the wall needs to stay, so that has been done. Like, so the TV's been removed, but the mount has stayed. So anything that's kind of screwed on has to stay. Like fixtures or anything like curtains. And then in the contract in North Carolina, we make sure that refrigerators and ovens and microwaves stay as well. That's good. Let's make sure over here. Bathroom looks good. Lights, fans, everything's going. Electricity will be transferred tomorrow. Okay, heading downstairs. Now this this house has a full basement. And out, yeah. Poor Toby just wonked his head on that, so you have to be careful. They should put it some like foam board. And then there's like an extra bonus room down here with post beams. It looks really nice. They spent some time updating this, which is cool because then it goes right out into the backyard. Have you already seen that? Yeah, you already saw the backyard a little bit, huh? So fully fenced in backyard, lots of stonework. Everything looks cool. They've been keeping the grass mowed even though they're not here, which is really nice. Little shed with some wood back there, fenced in garden area, tiered decks. Absolutely gorgeous. And here, let's make sure everything's kind of working. Cool, like light fan. It's a light, but also a fan. That's a first. There's an extra fridge that they keep down in the basement. You'll see that sometimes. I mean, I'm sure that's not just in North Carolina. Is there a light? Oh, yeah. Aha! That's the reason for the smell. Oh, this is awesome to have in the basement because you build a fire down here and it heats all the way up and throughout the whole home. Perfect. They're so lucky to have that. Cool. All cleaned out, ready to go. So this is it. This is their home. This is what they chose over Asheville. What would you do? Would you choose Brevard or would you choose Asheville? Leave me a comment down below. If you want to learn more about Western North Carolina, watch this video or this video. Ciao for now.